Welcome to the weekly feature from sportsbookreview.com, Games Too Risky to Bet, where me, Joe Duffy of offshoreinsiders.com and Troy West of TroyWins.com, we like to single out a game in which we think the public should stay away from, either because maybe there's too much conflicting information or way too much uncertainty. And I'm going to get to Troy West of TroyWins.com in a moment, but remember, subscribe, and feel free to share. But if you're not already subscribing to Sportsbook Review's YouTube page, you're missing a lot. There's all kinds of great analysts with free picks, free information, and a whole lot more. So make sure if you are not already subscribed, you do subscribe, and we will respond to any comments you have on this video. Well, Troy West of TroyWins.com, what game do you think is too risky to bet?
Yeah, Joe, I'm actually going to Sunday Night Football next week, which to me is going to be an outstanding football game. But I think of the gambling bettors out there probably have a skewed view of it. You've got Philadelphia traveling into Seattle. Now, both teams coming off big victories on Sunday. Seattle beats a terrible beat-up San Francisco team, and Philadelphia gets a blowout victory at home against Chicago. Now, I think a lot of people are looking at this. The spread's at -4, 4.5. I think everybody's going to be on that Eagle train, and why not? They've been a covering machine, and they've been blowing out teams left and right, and now they go into Seattle and face a beat-up Seattle team who's got a depleted secondary and really has not looked like the Seattle team all year long. With that being said, it is Sunday Night Football. It's in one of the toughest places to play. I don't think the Eagles have really been battle-tested this year. If you look at the course of their schedule, they've had a lot of cupcake games throughout the course of the year. Not taking anything away from them. They've been outstanding, and what Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz and company has done this year has been truly amazing. But let's not devalue how good Seattle can be at home on Sunday Night Football and primetime games. There's nobody better than Pete Carroll. And for those reasons, I just think it's too risky of a game to bet. I'd rather sit back and watch this one than have my money on it.
Well, Troy, I'm glad that we do these organic videos where we don't compare news and notes before we record this, because guess what game I think is too risky to bet? The Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Look, as you know, I use that term every single week in just about any single video I do. Road teams that the regression to the mean, but road teams with a +10 or better against the spread margin, that is, they're covering by an average of at least 10 points per game, are a very good go against. They would be a go against of 157 and 127. That would favor Seattle. But conversely, teams that have won less than 2/3 of their games straight up, and they're either primetime underdogs or small favorites, are also go against of 114 and 75. That says to fade Seattle. Now, look, the Eagles, they're playing as well as any team in the NFL, and they're a team that you might argue is ahead of the odds makers, that they could be the exception to every rule. But they're traveling 2,378 miles. East Coast teams playing on the West Coast for Sunday, Monday, or Thursday night football are just 15 and 29, and that includes 1 and 8 as favorites, 2 and 7 straight up as favorites, 2 and 7 straight up. So that would imply to go with Seattle on the money line. But then conversely, look, I think that the Eagles are in the really the no respect thing. It even goes back to when at the beginning of the year, Mike Lombardi said that Peterson was not qualified. He was the least prepared head coach in NFL history. And, people are really, the team is really rallying around him. And I think they're playing the no respect card. Well, that no respect card is going to go far on Sunday Night Football. So there's just too many arguments you can make each ways. The computer would say to go with Seattle, but then conversely, I think my organic handicapping might say to go with Philadelphia. So I say you got to pass on this. And look, Seattle, again, it would jump out as a big home underdog. You would say you got to jump on that. But the truth is, with all those injuries in the secondary, maybe they're not quite as good as we thought at the beginning of the year. And I think it's clear that they still have not been able to replace Marshawn Lynch when they lost him a couple years ago. So too much uncertainty. Troy, we agree. The game that's too risky to bet, Sunday Night Football, Philadelphia and Seattle. And make sure you do join Troy at TroyWins.com and me at offshoreinsiders.com for our premium picks. And we will be back here on Sportsbook Review for games too risky to bet next week.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.